Welcome back to game night number 400, where it is time for Face Off, the Tournament of Champions. Those of you who haven't seen this new version of the software may be surprised to see the number of podia we have here. There are 6 of them, and there are 6 people waiting quietly, nervously we're still in the green room rather than the broadcast studio, but that's the way it goes. Please, would you welcome my champions? We have got Sam. We have got Inca. We have got Shapes. We have got Derek. We have got Lucario. And we should also have Mark, but I can't actually see. Mark, I'll tell you why we haven't got Mark, because I'm on the wrong screen. We have got Mark as well, who I've just had to cobble on at the end there. We're capturing in a number of different ways. I'm immensely grateful to all of these guys for coming to join me, and we're going to meet them one by one now, starting with... This is Sam. He's 26 years old. He's a science teacher from Staffordshire. Hello, Sam. How you doing? You are muted at the moment. You may want to unmute. You are still muted.
Is it meant to be me through Discord or what? Is that good?
No, unmuted through Discord. I just wanted you to mute at the beginning, but yes. Now we're starting. When I get to you, unmute in Discord. So all good, no problem. Hello, Sam. How you doing?
How are you? I'm good. I think my brain is completely fried at this point through trivia, so not too optimistic, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Can't really complain.
Yeah, it should be fun. Fresh off the back of your victory in the Purge, which is excellent. Well done there as well. Yeah. So very pleasing. What I'm going to do, because I haven't done it yet, is just pause alerts, because we don't have any going off in the middle of the game. Normally I know I do all the introductions and then I'll come at the end, but it's just easier this way. So, Sam, your credentials for being here: 2 Buzz-Off champions, 2 final of Super Week, final 2 of Super Week. 2 face-off alumnus of 2 face-off tournaments. How do you feel against these guys?
Out of my depth, I think is how I phrase it most easily. Just depends on the questions at the end of the day.
It does indeed. Well, I'll give the overview, the context, which we haven't seen. I will give that at the end of this. But Sam, thanks so much for being with us here. Lovely to see you, and very best of luck to you tonight.
Even though I'm scared, I'm looking forward to it. So thank you.
Facing off against Sam is Inca. He's 32 years old. He's an assistant producer from Belfast. Hello, Inca.
Hello.
How are you keeping?
Not too bad. Similar to Samster, I've been here since pretty much the start, watching along, so either very warmed up or over-warmed up. We'll see how it goes.
Overwarmed, yeah. a little bit, overcooked possibly. But great to have you here. And again, great credentials going ahead of you. Winner of Super Week. 2-time runner-up in Face-Off.
Yes.
You're trying to change that tonight.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's great to have you here, and I know it's been a very long day, but this should be a supremely exciting event. So thank you very much for being here, Inca. We look forward to seeing how you get on. Pleasure. Facing off against Inca and Sam, we've got Shapes. He's 42. He's an academic administrator from London. Hello, Shapes.
Evening.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. Like the other guys, I am absolutely terrified of being here because it's been a very long time since I've done anything like this.
Apart from the play-in that we did earlier in the week.
Yes, that was a very, very small bit of sort of reacclimatising.
Indeed so. Well, look, it's great to have you here, and again, I know you've been here for a lot of the day. You are Sans Sweatband, aren't you?
Yes, I am, unless it's... I don't think there's anyone where... any game where sort of everyone ahead of me's already had one, so yeah, I think I'm yet to achieve that.
Well, let's see what we can do with this Tournament of Champions game. Shapes, thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
Facing off against Shapes, Inca and Sam on the purple podium. This is Derek. He's 38 years old. He's a violist from Coventry. Hello, Derek.
Good evening.
Lovely to have you here. Violist, you don't see that very often, and I think I've probably remarked on it before. Get a lot of violinists, but violists, it's never said. There was always a joke: you're never out of work if you're a good viola player, because there's only about 6 in the country. Don't know if that's the case. You probably know more than I do.
In a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do. Your credentials for being here, I mean, goes without saying, former champion of Face Off.
Yes.
Season 2 champion. Let's not dwell on it. You sort of say that with a let's not dwell on it. It's a great credential to your name, and it's so lovely to have you here. So thank you very much. How are you feeling coming up against these 5?
I mean, it's going to be a heck of a contest.
It should be, and I hope it is. Very best of luck to you, Derek, in this Tournament of Champions. Facing off against Derek, Shapes, Inca, and Sam on the orange podium is Luca. He's 28 years old, and he's a poker player from Sheffield. Hi, Luca.
Hey, Ben. How's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for being with us. Now, I know you are... Obviously, you're here in the Tournament of Champions, but actually this is going to be your first... This is your first face-off, and it's just I think it's a reputational thing that precedes you on this one, because I know you won 500 questions over on Bash's side of things. Did you win Clever Dicks or runner-up in Clever Dicks?
I won Clever Dicks at the live event
at QNL.
Yes, this is a completely different sort of kettle of fish, really. It's the speed is something that I need to work on, and so I think we'll see how it goes.
It is very, very fast paced in here, but thank you for joining us. To say it's quite an event to do your first face off in, but we wish you the very best of luck. Thanks for being with us, Luca, and good luck in the tournament.
Thanks.
Facing off against Luca, Derek, Shapes, Inca, and Sam on the red podium, it's Mark. He's 41 years old. He's a warehouse associate from New Jersey. Mark, good evening.
Good evening.
Lovely. Good to put a face to a name on this occasion, and very grateful for you for being here. The Bridge champion, former face-off finalist in the previous tournament, and generally your reputation does tend to precede you in the quizzing world. It's been a while since we've done a face-off. How do you feel coming up against these guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, we'll see how it pans out. So quietly confident. At the end there, we'll see how it pans out. Thank you for being with us, Mark, and the very best of luck to you tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So those are our 6 finalists, and I've talked a bit about their credentials, but Sam, most recent Only Connect champion, 2-time Buzz-Off champion, and sort of long-time alumnus of Face Off. Inca, 2-time Face Off runner-up. Shapes, I didn't talk about your credentials. You are the overall penny bank leader, which is what justifies your token here. And again, another former Only Connect champion. Derek as the incumbent face-off champion, Luca as the 500 questions champion, Mark as the bridge champion and runner-up in the last tournament. They have all got credentials coming out the seams, but only one of them can be crowned the champion of champions in the face-off arena. Now, you will notice there are 6 podia rather than the conventional 4. They've also only got 30 seconds each rather than 60 seconds each. The end of each round, they will have 15 seconds added to their time if they survive, so they'll restart the next round with 45 and then 60 and 75 and so on. Apart from that, the rules are the same as they ever were in face-off. Get a question right and your clock stops and moves on to your opponent. Get it wrong and you get another question until you get it right. The seating order, for what it is worth, was determined by a series of play-in events that took place this week and were pre-recorded. That is the prologue event that I will release if we hit £2,000. I've edited it all together so it plays as a continuous video. All 6 players face the same subset of questions, and based on their performances, this is how they panned out, with Mark achieving the highest score and going then from right to left. So that is only one element of this game though, and all of that could be for naught if they find a couple of questions that they don't like. It's worth my saying, both to the audience and to my friends here in the studio, if you are a little bit nervous, please don't worry, I am probably as nervous, if not more nervous than you. So we are all in very good company, but hopefully we'll have a lovely time, and audience, hopefully you'll enjoy the spectacle. I have paused alerts, so if you want to give donations, please, you can do them now, but they won't go off until after the game. Gonna have something to drink. Good luck to you all. Sam, On the blue podium, you are going to be starting off. And note, if you've not seen Face Off before, the players rearrange themselves at the end of the round according to how much time they've got left. The more time they have left at the end of the round, the further to the right they go at the start of the next round. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I got 4, I'm going to take that as 6. Good luck to you all. Sam, you're going to be answering questions first. Best of luck. And Sam, your time starts now. Which miserly character is the protagonist of A Christmas Carol? Correct. Inca, in mathematics, what number is 50% of 200?
100.
Correct. Shapes, which chemical element abbreviated H is the
Hydrogen.
Correct. Derek, which country is located directly north of the continental? Correct. Luca, Macaulay Culkin plays a boy protecting his house from robbers. Correct. Mark, what card game has varieties including Texas?
Poker.
Correct. Sam, Poker Face was a hit song by which American singer-songwriter? Correct. Inca, Radio Gaga and Bohemian Rhapsody are songs by... Correct. Shapes, who succeeded Queen Elizabeth II as head of the Commonwealth in 2022?
Charles III.
Correct. Derek, the third book of the Hunger Games trilogy had what title?
Pass.
Mockingjay. J, and which other letter are worth 8 points in a traditional English Scrabble game?
X.
X is right, yes. Luca, X, formerly known as Twitter, is currently owned by what billionaire? Correct. Mark, the oldest and youngest winners of the Open Championship shared what name?
Pass.
It's Morris. Which actress starred as the title character in 2023's The Little Mermaid?
Haley.
Bailey is right. Sam, the ancient city of Troy was located in what modern day... No, it's Turkey. What N is the city which serves as the backdrop for 1988's Akira?
Nagasaki?
No, it's Neo Tokyo. Who plays the role of Edmund Blackadder in the Blackadder series?
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson is right. Inca, balsamic vinegar is made from what fruit?
Olives.
No, it's grapes. Marnie Swindells won the 2023 series of which UK
pass.
The Apprentice. For what sport was Jangari Khan a professional competitor?
Squash.
Yes. Shapes, Gorky Park is located in which populous capital?
Moscow.
Yes. Derek, which musical includes the songs Joanna and The Worst Pies in London?
Sweeney Todd.
Correct. Luca, Interstate H1 has both ends located in which US state? Hawaii is right. Mark, what 2003 single series UK game show?
Grand Slam.
Correct. Sam, Elijah Blue Allman is the son of which American singer?
Jay-Z.
No, Cher. What is the regulation height of an NHL net?
9 feet.
4 feet. Which statistic is defined as the most?
Mean.
Mode was the answer there. And it goes quick, that's 30 seconds, and unfortunately, Sam, you have run out of time. As mentioned at the beginning, I'll switch your camera off, but if you could stay in the room just because of how we're capturing some other cameras in the game, that would be great. Sam, commiserations, but valiant effort, and we'll see you again real soon. Thank you very much, Sam.
Cheers, man.
And then there were 5. I'm not rearranging the cameras, but you have rearranged yourselves in order here. Going up to 45 seconds each. Derek on purple, then Inca on green, Mark on red, Shapes on yellow. Luca, with the most time left, goes over to the right on orange. I'll just pick up a couple of you. Derek, how was that for you? I don't know if are we having some sound issues, or are you just having a think?
I think I just need to be louder.
Yes, yell if in doubt. I think is valid. Yeah, because obviously I can't. If there's a bit of a noise gate, then I can't move on until. And I don't like to sort of say your name again. So if in doubt, have a yell. But you're still here. 45 seconds back on your clock. Inca, how did that go? How did you feel that went?
Well, I mean, it's brutal with the 30 seconds. I feel bad for Zanzer, obviously, because I missed like 2 questions and suddenly almost all of my time had gone. Like I was just like, it's like, where did he go? It's very stressful.
It is the pressure of it. I mean, it was partially out of necessity because, of course, you've got to weigh up the number of questions in the bank and the extension of time. So this is sort of almost face-off arcade almost because you've got such a short amount of time. Luca, you're going over to the orange podium. Good start for you.
I think I got lucky on the questions I was given. Some of the other ones were absolute killers, and I got what I thought would tap in. So we'll see how it goes. Really,
we'll see how it progresses from there. Best of luck as we move into round 2. I'm just going to check in with. Actually, I should probably not do that because I'm sharing stuff. Let's not go and check in with my moderator on that computer. Let's go and check in with the moderator over here, if I need to. Okay, yes, we have an adjudication query, so let me know when we're clear on that, Panda. Sorry, I forget I'm capturing camera, so if I'm sharing things that I I don't mean to share. I need to not touch that Discord and use this Discord over here. We're just having a quick adjudication. So stand by for a minute, players. All resolved, nothing to worry about. Good to hear. Thank you very much. I'll keep an eye on that before I close out the round moving forwards. So, moving on into round number 2. 45 seconds now on your clock. Derek, on the purple podium, you're going to be starting. The best of luck to you all. And Derek, your time starts now. In 2024, which woman began hosting This Morning alongside Kat Deely? Which Roman goddess, Hestia in Greek, is the deity of home and family?
Series.
No, Vesta. Tritanopia is a specific case of what ailment?
Pass.
Colourblindness. Which children's TV series is translated as Antenna Babies in China?
Teletubbies.
Yes. Inca. Doha is the capital city of what?
Qatar.
Correct. Mark. In what city was the Titanic built?
Belfast.
Correct. Shapes. Which chess piece begins the game at the corners?
Rooks.
Yes. Luca. Which chemical element has the symbol Hg? Correct. Derek. In 2017, Floyd Mayweather boxed what?
Conor McGregor.
Correct. Inca. Which R is a condition often caused by vitamin D?
Crickets.
Yes. Mark. Which Thomas Harris novel takes place 7
Hannibal.
years? Yes. Shapes. Which automotive manufacturer produces the Trailblazer and Malibu?
Toyota.
No, Chevrolet. Which Nobel Prize was won by Simon van der Meer and Max Planck?
Physics.
Yes. Luca, after the initial 13 colonies, what was the first
South
state?
Carolina.
No, Vermont. Which H is the largest river in central Shanghai?
Way.
Huangpu. Caviar traditionally comes from what fish?
Salmon.
No, sturgeon. The first event of the modern decathlon is a dash of what
400
distance?
meters.
One more time, please.
400 meters.
No, it's 100 metres. We're going to carry on right where we left off. You're in control, and Luca, your time will continue in 3, 2, 1. In 2021, Eric Adams was elected mayor.
Toronto.
No, New York. What is the lowest 2-digit prime number?
11.
Yes. Derek, what is the name of Stephen King's sequel to The Shining? I can see you. I looked at the camera to see you saying an answer, so I paused the clock. That was a pass. We'll continue with you, Derek. And I don't know if you can move. I don't know if you can move slightly closer to the microphone, just a smidge, just so we don't miss the beginning of that there. Was that a pass there? I'm assuming.
Yes, it was.
The answer was Dr. Sleep, and we're going to continue with you in 3, 2, 1. In modern versions of Cluedo, which character was replaced by Dr. Orchid?
Professor Plum.
No, Mrs. White. Formed in 1964, what band had hits like Femme Fatale and Sweet
Pass.
Jane? Velvet Underground. What is the first name of Agatha Christie's detective Miss Marple?
Jane.
Yes. Inca, the Chapel Bridge crosses the Royce River in what country?
Germany.
No, Switzerland. W is the chemical symbol for which element?
Tungsten.
Yes. Mark, what term generally used for earthware describes...
Terracotta.
Terracotta is right. Shapes. What was the first Super Mario game released for the Super Nintendo?
Mario Land.
World. What nationality was author Roald Dahl?
Danish.
No, he was Welsh. Which instrument were Chet Baker and Freddie Hubbard?
Drums.
No, trumpet. After Michael Phelps, which gymnast has won the second most Olympic medals?
Cominec.
No, Latinina. In snooker, which colour ball has a value of 5?
Blue.
I need adjudication on that. The adjudication is that was a wrong answer. Shapes.
Fair enough.
The correct answer there was blue, which I think we did get to eventually, but we have to take the first answer, which was 5, which was in the question. Time is still going to be with you, Shapes. You've got 13.99 seconds remaining, and that time will continue in 3, 2, 1. Who wrote the 2015 psychological thriller The Girl on the Train?
Pass.
Paula Hawkins. What is the official language of Bangladesh?
Punjabi.
Bengali. Which fruit is a hybrid of the blackberry and raspberry?
Boysenberry.
Loganberry. Sushruta Sam... And there we go. Oh, that spiral, mate. I feel for you. I know the pressure of the game when there's a question, the snooker question there.
Yeah, I thought I'd self-corrected in time, but
unfortunately, I did. That's why I went straight to adjudicators, and because I wouldn't want to make a call. And I know we've had precedents where words, if they're not quite completed and then you change mid-direction, it's allowed, but the ruling was that, and we've got a link for viewing back later on, which we will adjudicate, of course, but yeah, we generally have the rule that if it was deemed to have been completed, which I think it was, the ruling is that it was completed enough that we couldn't allow it. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. It's rough this quiz business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Shapes, thank you very much for coming to join us. It's been lovely having you here, and we hopefully will see you another time in the future. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Cool. Cheers. Bye.
Shapes leaves us, and then there were 4. If there are no further adjudications that need to be done, we will move on to round number 3. And then there were 4. Derek, over on the purple one. Again, some microphone issues here, but I think if we've moved slightly closer to the microphone, it looks like there's a something of a loose connection, because I'm getting yellow bars from you or orange bars rather than green. So I wonder if that might be where it's coming from. But you survive, and you're through with 60 seconds left on your clock there. Feeling all right?
Yeah. That's skin on my teeth twice now.
Indeed so, but hey, they all count. Inca, moving up the ranks now onto the 3rd podium right there in green. Feeling happy?
Well, I mean, for myself, yeah, no, I feel awful for everyone, like for Sansa and then Shapes. It's just such a rough game to see. I mean, I guess that's the good thing about it, is how kind of cutthroat it is. But it's the tiniest little thing, and
It really is.
Yeah,
and I suppose
it could be me next.
With the pressure of the lights and everything, I get it. But you're still here with 60 seconds on your clock. Mark, you are moving into pole position, back where you started. Are you comfortable over there on the right?
Yeah.
Good. Kind of. Well, let's see if we can keep you there, because we've got another round. 60 seconds each on your clocks now, as the game continues to progress. And Derek, you're going to be starting us off on the purple podium. I wish you all the very best of luck. And Derek, your time starts now. Solanum melongena is the Latin name.
Plant.
No. I got plant, and I suspect you got cut off at the beginning there. Do you want to give me the full one?
Eggplant.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I will give you the benefit of the doubt on that, because I can't imagine that you would have said plant as your answer. That seems quite a logical answer, so we are going to move the clocks on, and I will count that as correct. Luca, clock is going to be with you. 60 seconds remaining, and your time starts now. Giuseppe Garibaldi was born in what country?
Italy.
France. What plane did Charles Lindbergh fly on his first solo transatlantic flight? Spirit of St. Louis. Which country is located between Romania and Ukraine?
Moldova.
Yes. Inca, which sport features in a 1992 film starring Madonna?
Golf.
No, baseball. How many calories are in a standard 2-litre bottle of Diet
0.
Coke? Yes. Mark, on a traditional clue board, which room is diagonally across from the kitchen?
Pass.
It's a study. Which paper size is exactly half as large
A4.
as a... Yes. Derek, which Greek deity was married to Hephaestus and goddess of
Aphrodite.
design? Aphrodite is right. Luca, in the Sesame Street pilot,
Green.
what colour... No, he was orange. In the UK, who is the current First Lord of the Treasury?
Prime Minister.
Yeah, I need to go for a ruling on that one. One vote in. It's just the seriousness we're taking this. I go for adjudications every other question. Okay, we've got the question writer giving a ruling on this, and there is we just got one more to okay. We've got the question writer actually chipping in on this one, and it was mainly a question. The answer I've got down here is Rishi Sunak, and this was mainly a question to say, do you know the First Lord of the Treasury is the Prime Minister and not the Chancellor? You said Prime Minister, and it has been ruled that that is an acceptable answer. Luca, so you stop with 41.48, and Inca, you're going to be carrying on with 52.44 seconds on your clock, and that time continues now. Which 1980 Motorhead song begins, if you like to gamble...
Win some, you lose. Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
Ace of
That's right.
Spades. Which country lies directly west of Zambia?
Zimbabwe.
No, Angola. What temperature do the Celsius and Fahrenheit
Negative
scales...
40.
Negative 40 is right. Mark, which golfer was known as Slammin' Sam?
Sneed.
Yes. Derek, Bunty Bailey played the girlfriend in the 1985 music video for which a
Tommy.
Take on Me is right. Luca, which country's flag is the same as the Red Cross's flag with the colours? Yes. Inca, following Raul Castro, who became the new first secretary of the Communist Party, Miguel Diaz-Canel, what candy was originally released in the US?
Starburst.
Yes. Mark, what term is given to an angle greater than 180 degrees?
Reflex.
Yes. Derek, which fish in the Clupieda family was potentially named for an Italian island?
Sardine.
Yes, sardine is
Stop,
right.
yeah.
I paused the clock just as I saw your mouth moving. Sardine is right.
No, sorry, I passed first.
Oh, did
I
you pass
passed, but
first?
it didn't come through.
You passed
Yeah.
and then you thought sardine. Okay, in which case, thank you for your honesty. The clock will stay with you. 42.98 seconds remaining, and that continues. Now, who sang with Elton John on the single Don't Go Break?
TTD.
Yes, Luca, how many movies are there in the Scary Movie franchise? No, there's 5. The Gallipoli campaign was a part of which
First
war?
World War.
Yes, First World War. Inca, which eye completes the Genesis song title
Bad.
Touch? No, Invisible Touch. Mexican radio stations are traditionally... No, X. Which company produces the GeForce brand of GPUs?
Pass.
Nvidia. The Volga River empties into which sea?
Black Sea.
The Caspian Sea. What D describes a ranch oriented around tourism? Yes, dude is right. Mark, the 2023 film 80 for Brady is about fans of which NFL team?
Patriots.
Yes, the New England Patriots. Derek, in which country is the airport with the IATA code CUN?
China.
No, it's Mexico. Joaquin Phoenix plays Bo Wasserman in what 2023 tragic comedy horror film?
Pass.
Bo is Afraid.
Pass.
Which product in the Microsoft Office suite has a P on its logo?
Publisher.
No, PowerPoint. What fruit is often used as a garnish for Manhattan?
Olive.
Cherry. The Leonardo is the tallest building in what African country?
Egypt.
No, South Africa. Hemodynamics relate to the flow of what
Blood.
liquid? Yes. Luca, what G is a type of pitched roof with 2 sloped sides that make a triangular
Pass.
form? It's a gable. Tara King, Kathy Gale, and Emma Peel were characters on which TV show? No, The Avengers. Which poet penned Because I Could Not Stop for Death?
Emily Dickinson.
Yes, she did. Inca, Pierre Berger was the partner of which Algerian-born French fashion designer?
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent is right. Mark, which level of scientific classification
Fire.
has been... Yes. Derek, which MLB team plays their games at Minute Maid Park?
O's.
Astros is right. Luca, which country won the most recent 2022 FIFA World Cup?
Argentina.
Yes. Inca, Leopold and Loeb's so-called crime of the century took place in what decade?
1810s.
No, 1920s. Passing away in 2023. What was
Rosalind.
Yes. Ruling,
Yeah,
please.
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Or do you know where I'm going with this?
You're going with because I said Rosalind.
You put a D on the end, I think.
Yes, I did.
In which case, I have to rule it as incorrect because it was Rosalind.
enough.
3.02
Yeah.
seconds remaining, Inca, and your time continues. Now, what did the N stand for in the Federal
National.
Agency? No, it's naval. Just out of time. What is that? Last
Fair
throw
enough,
of the dice there.
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck. Oh. Okay, but we may have another... Okay, we may have to do some other clever stuff here. Right, the ruling is... Derek, you got a question earlier on which piece of software in the Microsoft Office suite contains has a logo containing the letter P. You said Publisher. I didn't mark it as correct, the answer being PowerPoint. We have just double checked that, and we are actually ruling that that was also a valid answer in the context of that question, so we're going to rule that as correct. Obviously, that changes slightly the dynamic of what's going on with the rest of the scores, but the ruling that seems to be being settled on is that we're just going to check the time differential. But what if we can finagle it, we are going to move it so that Derek ends up in seat 2 rather than seat 1. No drama, I'm just going to switch Inca's camera off because I realise I've sort of left you slightly hanging there. Okay. Bye, Inca, thank you for playing.
Thank you for having me. Good luck.
And now we are down to, hopefully now down to actual 3 cameras. Right, back in action. That covers the interview process. Luca, you okay?
I'm good. Yeah.
Derek, you okay?
Yeah, thank you for that.
Mark, you okay?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Excellent. Here we go then. Carrying on in round number 4. Luca, you're going to be answering questions first. 75 seconds. And Luca, your time starts now. Greg Gutfield has a talk show on which right-wing American
Fox
news
News.
channel? Fox News is right. Derek, what square is opposite Go on a traditional Monopoly board?
That's free parking.
Yes, it is. Mark, which Shakespearean play features Prospero, Ariel, Miranda?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
No, The Tempest. What first name is shared by actor Goodman? Announcer
John.
Yes. Luca, the 4 busiest passenger airports in the world are all located...
China.
No, the USA. The natural history series Blue Planet was narrated by whom? Yes. Derek, the burial of the site of Pompeii was
That's
caused by...
Vesuvius.
Yes, it is. Mark, how many faces are there on an icosahedricahedron?
32.
Yes. Luca, which actress played the role of Peggy Mitchell in EastEnders until 2016?
Pass.
Barbara Windsor. What were the first names of comedy duo Abbott and Costello? Lou and Bud is right. Bud and Lou, yeah. Derek, on a QWERTY keyboard, what key is immediately right of the B?
Pass.
It's the N. How many fluid ounces are there in 1 pint of liquid?
32.
16. Captain Olimar's first video game appearance was in what?
Halo.
Pikmin. Which American rapper released Insano in 2024?
Pass.
Kid Cudi. Which red gem is the birthstone of July?
Garnet.
No, Ruby. Who shot the famous outlaw Jesse James in 1882?
Ford.
Robert Ford, yes. Mark, The Eye of the World is the first book in what Robert
Pass.
Jordan's The Wheel of Time. After the Sun, which individual star is located closest to Earth?
Proxima Centauri.
Correct. Luca, what is the name of the giant wolf born of Loki?
Fenrir.
Fenrir is right. Derek, Margaret Beaufort was the mother of which Tudor monarch?
Henry VII.
Correct. Mark, how many stars are there on the Australian flag?
6.
Correct. Luca, the Grand Canal UNESCO World Heritage Site is located within the borders of what country?
China.
Correct. Derek, which magazine has an annual Person of the Year with...
Time.
Correct. Mark, actor Ivan Novello was born in which country of the
Wales.
UK? Yes. Luca, the NHL held the first game in what country for the first time on September 23rd, 2023? No, Australia. Mansfield Park and Northanger Abbey are works by what British author?
Austen.
Yes. Derek, which actress played the role of Ellie Sattler in Jurassic Park?
Pass.
Laura Dern. Which member of the first triumvirate was known as the richest man in Rome?
Pass.
Croesus. Yvain, the Knight of the Lion by Chateaubriand de Troyes was written in what
French?
language? Yes. Mark, the shaft of Nelson's column is made from what rock?
Pass.
It's granite. How many total players are typically on the field at once in a cricket match?
13.
Yes. Luca, in 1796, which scientist developed the smallpox
Salk.
vaccination? No, Jenner. Which city was the capital of England directly before London?
Winchester.
It was. Derek, Belavia is the airline of which former
Belarus?
Soviet... Yes. Mark, Maurice is the father of which Disney princess?
Pass.
It's Belle. Joe Besser had a brief stint as a member of which...
Three Stooges.
Yes. Luca, the World Golf Hall of Fame is located in which US state?
Florida.
Yes. Derek, in what year did Los Angeles most recently...
1984.
Yes, they did. Mark, Naughty Dog's Crash is what kind of
Mark
marsupial?
Bandicoot.
Yes, he's a bandicoot. Luca, Polaris is a star located in which constellation?
Orion.
Ursa Minor. In 2021, Magdalena Andersson became the first female Prime Minister of
Denmark.
which country? Sweden. Which author used the pen name John Lang for his books
Pass.
like... It's Michael Crichton. Buenos Aires is the capital of which South American country?
Argentina.
Yes. Derek, which hip-hop duo consists of Danger Mouse and CeeLo Green?
Pass.
Niles Barkley. According to Norman Bates, a boy's best friend is who?
His mother.
Yes. Mark, which comedian plays the role of Mattel CEO? in
Pass.
It's Will Ferrell. In which sport would you find spin bowlers and wicket keepers?
Cricket.
Yes. Luca, the podcast Rosebud is hosted by which broadcaster?
Pass.
It's Giles Branrith. Which actor has a recurring cameo role in all of Sam Raimi's Marvel
Stanley.
films? No, Bruce Campbell. The Library of Congress is located in what US city?
Washington, D.C.
Correct. Derek, the Million Man March took place
1960s.
in 1990s. Which composer's final words have been said to have been...
Beethoven.
Yes. Mark, which US president, the 15th, was only...
Buchanan.
Buchanan is right. Luca, what does the E stand for in the acronym in the International Organization of
Earth.
UNESCO? Educational. I would accept education. Oh, bloody hell. That was close. Down to the wire. Just having a little rumble of chatter. And I'm inclined to... I know what you're talking about, and I'm inclined to accept the answer that was there. But I will wait and see what they say, just in case we need to do another restart. More face-off for everyone. There's some good battles there. Chat is very much enjoying what's happened there. I'm taking that as my ruling. Okay, that's 2 out of 3. Good. So, no adjudications to be made on that round, and it does mean we have to say goodbye to Luca. What a valiant first face-off that has been. Baptism of fire, a little bit perhaps.
Oh, right. Crazy.
Did you enjoy it though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was fantastic, and some great quiz in there.
Yeah, and some very strong, has to be very strong plays from all of you there. But Luca, it's been lovely to have you here. Thank you for making the effort to come and join us. And hey, next time if there is another face-off tournament at any point in the future, I'll be sure to give you a shout.
Cheers, thank you. Best luck in the final, guys.
Thank you, Luca. And we lose him from the view, and it means we are down. I've turned off the right one. I have. We are down to our final 2 players. It's Derek versus Mark. Well, Derek, this is a familiar position, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of down to the final 2. And Mark, obviously, I know last time you got down to the final 4, but now in the final 2, is it your time to shine?
Maybe.
Maybe indeed. Well, you've both done jolly well to get here, and you've both got 90 seconds left on your clock. And at the end of this, we will know who is the champion of champions from the Tournament of Champions. Sorry, there's no posh credits tonight, because it's not a big tournament, but just regular credits, and then we must get on with the rest of the 400th. Derek, you're going to be starting. I wish you both the very best of luck. And Derek, your time starts now. The Impressionist movement was named after a work by what artist?
Monet.
Monet is right. Mark, which 2-word term describes both a legal
Jeopardy.
protection...
Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. Thomas de Torquemada was the first to hold what position as
Grand
leader?
Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor is right. Derek, Greg Davis serves the eponymous role in what
Taskmaster.
British... Correct. Mark, Richard Parker is the name of the tiger in what novel in 2012?
Life of
Life of Pi. Derek, which animation studio was responsible for films like Grave of the Fireflies and Ponyo?
Pass.
Studio Ghibli. What 2023 film was released in some countries as Crazy Bear?
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear is right. Mark, who played the title role of the legal drama?
What's Flockhart?
Flockhart is right, yes. Derek, which A word is a candy and a term for a person who isn't thinking?
Pass.
Airhead. Which T describes where one would find the entoglossal bone?
Tongue.
Yes. Mark, Menelaus, Paris, and Dephobus, Helen of Troy. Which Canadian territory is furthest west?
British Columbia.
No, Yukon. Simon and Hans Gruber are among the antagonists of which
Die
film?
Hard.
No, John McClane. Which police song is sampled in Puff Daddy and Faith Evans' I'll Be
Every
Missing
Breath
You?
You Take.
Every Breath You Take is right. Derek, in 1925, the city of Tsaritsyn was named after which leader?
Lenin.
Stalin. The flag of Poland consists of white and what other
Red.
colour? Yes. Mark, which Russian art movement was founded by Kazimir Malevich?
Pass.
Suprematism. Which vegetable is the primary ingredient of the Swiss dish?
Sword?
No, potato. What city is home to Leonardo da Vinci's The Last
Milan.
Supper? Milan is right. Derek, which series of spacecraft were the only means to ferry crew to the ISS after
Pass.
the fifth Soyuz? Which spirit is the predominant ingredient in a mojito?
Rum.
Yes. Mark, in an Atbash cipher, which letter swaps with B?
Y.
Yes. Derek, which W is the process of easing a baby?
Weaning.
Wean is right, yes, weaning. Mark, what band performs the theme song for the Big
Bare Naked
Bang?
Ladies.
Yes, they do. Derek, what is the first element of the periodic table whose symbol contains a vowel?
Beryllium.
Helium. Which red-headed actress has portrayed Mia Dolan, Gwen Stacy, and Olive Pentagrast on screen?
Emma Stone.
Yes. Mark, what is the voting age in national elections in Bahrain?
18.
Cameroon? No, it's 20. Ballet dancer Carlos Acosta is of what nationality?
Spanish.
Cuban. What part of the human anatomy is measured with a Brannock
Feet.
device? Yes, feet. Derek, in housing, what does the V in HVAC stand for?
Velocity.
No, ventilation or ventilating. Mount Elbert is the highest peak in which mountain range?
Caucasus.
No, the Rockies. Which fourth Harry Potter film was released?
Goblet
in
of Fire.
Yes. Mark, which pair of physicists are credited with discovering
Curies.
polonium? The Curies, yes. Derek, founded in 1983.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Correct. Mark, which dog breed is known by the initial CKCS?
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Very good. Derek, in the Jungle Book series, a Kayla was what sort of animal?
Wolf.
Yes. Mark, actress Margot Robbie starred as what figure skater in a 2000?
Harding.
Yes. Derek, how many digits are in a phone number in Japan?
6.
10. Which song was a UK #1 for Ken Booth in 1974 and
Pass.
Everything I Own? What was the title of the 5th movie in the Fast and Furious
Pass
series?
5.
Correct. Mark, which story opens with the line, "It was a bright cold day in
1984.
April"? Correct. Derek with .02. I think that's the lowest I've seen it go down. Good God. Oh.
0.02. Wow.
Guys. Oh, it's going to take a minute just to compose myself there. What an absolute madness that was. And it came right down to the wire. But at the end of it, Derek, no adjudications to go through there. You finished the Tournament of Champions in second place. A great effort. And one I think you should be very proud of. When you go and watch this back, there are some fantastic battles in there. So kudos to you. How are you feeling after all that, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, Mark was clearly better on the day, so I think that's a fair result.
Absolutely. Well, look, you've been a great sport, and it's been lovely to have you here. But we do have to say goodbye at this point. But thank you very much for playing, and yeah, take care.
Thank you.
which means our champion is Mark. Now, Mark, how are you doing?
Yes.
You are our champion.
Oh, I'm relieved.
I bet. It was an epic battle to get there. Now, I've made a little mistake here, Mark. I've accidentally left on final mode engaged, which means if you like, and it's entirely your decision, we can play the final mode where it's just you to see how many you can get.
Okay.
Just like with the play-in, how the play-in was.
I see we have a minute 45 on the clock.
Yes, it's a rather obscure amount of time, 1 minute 45. I'm just going to double check with the question team to make sure we've actually got enough questions to do that, because otherwise it'll just start looping the pack. If that happens, I don't think it's the end of the world. Or to see if they would be upset if I did that. Okay, are you... Okay, I'm being told I'm given the green light. So if you fancy that, Mark, are you up for that?
Okay.
And I tell you what, I'll make this even more interesting, and I challenge chat to do this as well. Mark has got 1 minute and 45 seconds to get as many questions right as he can. Why 1 minute 45? Because they started with 30 and each round increases by 15 second proofs. That's why it ends up with 105. So, 1 minute 45. How many did you get in the play-in 60 seconds, Mark? 13? Something like
13.
that? So, based on that, you should get anticipations maybe around 20, something like that?
Maybe.
For every question Mark gets right, I will donate £1 to Calm, and I encourage chat to do the same. You don't have to commit to that, but that's my commitment, Mark. For every question you get right. Hang on, here comes Hudson Arg, raiding on him with over 100 people. We've got an invasion of people. Welcome, people. You're just in time for the epic finale of the Face-Off Tournament of Champions. So, Raiders, if you're just joining us, and I'll talk to you more properly after this, here is how this is going down. Mark has just won the Tournament of Champions, but I've left final mode engaged. I've said, for every question he gets right in the next minute and 45 seconds... No, epic finale of Face-Off. There's more quiz to come, Mark, don't worry. For every question he gets right, I'm going to donate £1 to Calm. And I challenge you all to do the same. Get comfortable. This is going to be a good one. Mark, you ready?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Let's raise some money. Good luck, Mark. 1 minute and 45 seconds, and your time starts. Now, in the game Euchre, what rank of card is known as the Boas?
Jacks.
Yes, the Jacks. Mark, which 2023 Disney film includes characters named Ember
Pass.
Gale? It's Elemental. In which century was the Battle of Edge Hill?
Pass.
17th. The Canucks are an NHL team based in what city?
Vancouver.
Yes. The 20th century Cold Wars took place between the UK and which country?
What day?
Iceland. 13-year-old Willis Gibson was the first person to hit the kill screen. Yes. What name links a Johnny Cash song and a belt of volcanoes?
Fire.
Correct. Which play features songs My Shot and Right Hand Man?
Hamilton.
Yes. England's first convicted cyber flasher committed his crime on what app?
TikTok.
WhatsApp. The process of sublimation involves an item transitioning into what state of matter?
Pass.
Yes. How many hectares are in 1 square kilometre?
100.
Yes. Wikipedia was created by Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger in what decade?
2000s.
Yes, the noughties. How many other countries share a land border with Tunisia?
2.
Yes. Which company offers the ROG phone and Zenfone models?
Pass.
Asus. Which children's movie series includes Ducky, Petrie...
Land for Time.
Land for Time is right. Which Greek god of war is equivalent to the Roman god
Ares.
of Mars? Yes. What Dire Straits song shares its title with the Shakespearean play?
Pass.
Romeo and Juliet. What does the U stand for in the motor?
Utility.
Yes, utility. What bird features on the coat of arms of Mauritius?
Dodo.
Yes. What is the English translation of the French sauce beurre blanc?
Pass.
White butter. The Lakers are an NBA team based in what
LA.
city? Yes. A person with the birth date of October the 1st falls under what star sign?
Virgo.
Libra. Which was the first self-governing country to allow a national...
Switzerland.
No, New Zealand. Which country's rugby union team is known as the Wallabies?
Australia.
Yes. The Red Kettle campaign is associated with which charity?
Salvation Army.
Yes, just in the nick of time, and that will do 16 points, Mark. Good effort, 145, and I will be giving another £16 to charity, and I encourage everyone in chat to do the same. Mark, you have been amazing. Thank you for giving us such a spectacle. Many congratulations on being the champion of champions in Face Off, and thank you for giving at least another £16 to charity, which I will go and add mine on now. Have you had fun?
Yes, indeed.
It's been a pleasure having you here, Mark. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again really soon.
Thank you very much.
So, that concludes Face Off, the Tournament of Champions, and our regular schedule will now resume. If you would like to see the play-in footage, we need to hit £2,000. I encourage you to give £1 for every question Mark got right in the final there, so £16 if you fancied doing that. I'm going to unmute the notifications, and then we're going to play Distinction, and it's going to be bonkers. If you've just joined us from Hudson Arg streams, it's going to be awesome. I'll come back to the camera in just a second. You've been watching the Face Off Tournament of Champions, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Congratulations to Mark, our champion of champions.